There was a time when social media meant pictures, videos, and endless scrolling. But something changed in 2020. People got tired of filters, edits, and perfectly polished posts. The internet started craving something more human, more raw, and more real. That's when the world rediscovered one of the oldest yet most powerful tools of connection, the human voice. And out of that craving came a new wave of platforms like Clubhouse and Twitter Spaces, reshaping the way we communicate online. In the beginning, Clubhouse was like an invite-only secret society of the digital world. You couldn't just download it and join, you had to be invited. And that exclusivity made it even more intriguing. Imagine entering a live conversation where people, from everyday users to celebrities, CEOs, and thought leaders, were talking openly about ideas, stories, and experiences. No camera, no likes, no filters, just voices. It felt fresh, intimate, and spontaneous, like being in a global cafe filled with endless rooms and conversations. When the pandemic locked people indoors, Clubhouse became a digital escape, a place to feel connected again. Strangers from around the world gathered in virtual rooms to share everything: business advice, creative ideas, comedy, politics, or just random late-night talks about life. For a moment, it felt like the future of social media had arrived, a place powered by conversation, not algorithms. But soon, other tech giants noticed a trend. Twitter launched Twitter Spaces, Facebook experimented with live audio rooms, Spotify created Green Room, and even LinkedIn began testing live audio events. It was clear the race for dominance in the world of audio social networking had begun. So why did audio suddenly become so powerful? The answer lies in authenticity and accessibility. Unlike video, which demands your attention and presentation, audio allows you to be present without pressure. You can join a discussion while driving, cooking, or walking your dog. You don't need makeup, lighting, or editing, just your voice. That simplicity made it inclusive. People who felt uncomfortable on camera could finally express themselves freely. And unlike traditional podcasts, audio social apps are live and interactive. You're not just listening, you're part of the conversation. You can raise your hand, speak up, debate, or share your story in real time. It's not content, it's community. Every conversation feels like it's happening in the moment, creating a sense of urgency and connection that pre-recorded media rarely captures. For creators and professionals, this opened a new world of possibilities. Entrepreneurs hosted live Q&As with followers. Artists shared creative processes and performed live. Thought leaders turned their rooms into digital seminars. Even politicians and journalists began using spaces to engage directly with citizens and audiences. No press releases, no edits, just raw, real dialogue. But beyond the novelty, audio platforms also revealed something deeper about human nature, our need to be heard. In a world drowning in visual noise, voice became the ultimate personal touch. It's emotional, expressive, and impossible to fake. When you hear someone laugh, sigh, or stumble on words, it feels genuine. That vulnerability builds trust, and trust builds communities. Still, not everything was perfect. Clubhouse, for example, saw explosive growth in early 2021, but struggled to maintain momentum once pandemic restrictions lifted. The exclusivity that once made it cool eventually became a barrier. Twitter Spaces, backed by Twitter's massive user base, gained quick traction but faced its own challenges, from discoverability to moderation. The real-time nature of audio meant it was harder to control misinformation or offensive content, and that posed a risk for platforms. Even so, the concept didn't die, it evolved. Audio Spaces found their niche as a hybrid between podcasting, talk radio, and community chat. The hype cooled, but the ecosystem matured. Now, instead of chasing virality, creators use live audio as a tool for depth and dialogue. They blend live spaces with recordings, turning them into podcasts or short clips for other platforms. In this new era, audio is not replacing video, it's complementing it. Think of it like this: video grabs attention, but audio builds relationships. A video might go viral, but a voice keeps you loyal. That's why brands, creators, and educators are using both videos to attract and audio spaces to connect. Take an example. A tech influencer might upload YouTube videos about AI trends, but host weekly spaces to discuss them with followers live. A motivational speaker might post short reels for inspiration, then use Clubhouse to host real conversations about personal growth. This blend of formats turns audiences into active communities. Another interesting factor is the psychology of audio intimacy. Studies show that hearing a voice triggers stronger emotional connection than reading text or watching silent visuals. Our brains associate voices with presence, as if someone is right there with us. That's why podcasts and audio rooms often feel comforting, even addictive. In business, this new form of communication is transforming marketing and brand building. Instead of polished ad campaigns, companies are now creating live brand conversations, Q&A sessions, customer roundtables, or expert panels, where users can interact directly with brand voices. It's storytelling through dialogue, not slogans. And let's not forget the rise of AI voice technology, which is taking this trend even further. Imagine a world where virtual hosts, moderators, and co-speakers powered by AI can help run smooth, engaging live rooms 24/7. The future of audio might not just be human voices. It could be a mix of human and synthetic voices working together to keep communities alive and responsive. So, where do we go from here? The initial hype around Clubhouse may have faded, but the idea of live, voice-based connection is here to stay. Twitter Spaces has become a hub for real-time news and debates. LinkedIn audio events are connecting professionals across industries. And with the rise of decentralized and Web3-based social platforms, we might soon see voice-first communities that are owned and governed by their members, not by corporations. Ultimately, audio social platforms mark a powerful shift in how we define connection online. It's no longer about how perfect your selfie looks or how viral your video goes. It's about what you have to say and how your words make people feel. The human voice, once overshadowed by images, is reclaiming its place at the center of digital communication. So the next time you open a Twitter space or drop into a Clubhouse room, remember, you're not just tuning into a chat. You're witnessing the next evolution of the internet, one that's bringing back the lost art of conversation. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what the digital world needed. Less scrolling, more speaking, fewer filters, more feelings, less performance, more presence. Because at the end of the day, the future of social media might not be visual, it might be vocal. Studio microphone sparkles,